Welcome over to ChessWhiz TV, episode 232. Today is March 31st, 2016, the end of the first quarter of the 2016th year of this set of years. It's actually the 2015th year because there was no year 0 AD. Keep that in mind. I think of it constantly. Today we're going to play Kb3 Racing Kings. Racing Kings is a nice chess variant where you race your king to the back rank. It's very strange, very little played, but Kb3 is also a little played. So the idea is, when I play it, try to capture the other guy's pieces a whole bunch and then race your king. I don't take it like a race. I just take all the stuff first. But today with Kb3, we're going to try a king first strategy. Let me show you what I mean. Create the game, variant Racing Kings. Now, we are going 1600 or up, so you have to have won some Racing Kings game. That's above the average starting rating of 1500. But let me show you also, while we're looking for an opponent here, not in my inbox, don't want to show you all the money in there, the profile right here, okay? So, Racing Kings, I'm 20th in the universe, that's pretty nice. So if you click, by the way, you can click on these different things in your profile if you've played many different things. And if you click this, you get a cool graph that shows you how awesome you are compared to normal people. And here, I'm better than 97.1% of Racing Kings players. I just wanted to show this to you because that's a great big number, very close to 100. So, since I'm boastful, I wanted to show this to you. But also, the interesting thing about this is that there's 624 Racing Kings players this week. That is not very many compared to the other variants. Even Horde Chess, aka Headache Chess, 800. Okay, so that's a tiny amount too. That's a very tiny amount. So 600 and 800 for these two variants. If we look at Atomic, 1500 Anti-Chess, 1800 Three Checks, 1000, that's less popular. King of the Hill, 900, 1500 for Chess Knight 60, Crazy House, 3500, 40,000 Classical, 40,000 Blitz, and 17,000 Bullets. You can see Bullets slightly less popular. So here we're playing King B3 on our first move. The strategy is to run the king this way and win. So there's one other rule when it comes to Racing Kings. Does King B3 just not work? We might have to rename the episode because this doesn't look very good, huh? Here. I take that with my king. Actually, this is a very good square for my king because then the rule in Racing Kings, maybe you don't know this and you're just all confused right now, but the rule in Racing Kings, oh, this is horrible, is that you cannot check the opponent. It's flat out illegal. If you have a move that's really smart, but it checks the opponent, you can't play it. So he's now getting his king first. So maybe King B3 against Bishop D4 is simply a bad opener because of the knight takes bishop move. So this is a learning experience. I'm being watched by somebody. Let's move my URL over here so we can see who that is. Very suspicious. I'm losing all my pieces, so that's pretty bad. But I'm hoping that he's going to say, oh, a free rook. Oh, he will say that. But he can't take it with his rook. See, he has to take it with his bishop because the rook would be check. And that's an illegal check. So he'll use his bishop, at which point he doesn't have the square guarded. Yeah, this is awful. Just awful. This King B3 first stuff is bad, super bad. What happened to the year 80? That's just one person in chat. So now I can play king up again, and at least I will be in the race. I'm not going to be winning the race, but I'll be in the race. This is down a rook in this current position, which is pretty bad. This does not work. That does not work. Let's play this. Down a rook. So I'm going to have to use my brilliancies to win this. This is a flat-out lost position as black, being down a rook and having the kings about the same space across the board. But that doesn't mean that white will make a terrible mistake. So the goal here, of course, is to advance the king there. And it's not very many moves away. But he's definitely making good use of his pieces, and so this seems very bad for me. Is there an increment? Yes. So I'm going to go here. So at least it makes it complex, but it also is very some bad things about this. But at least it's complex. Now I can't check him. So he can't take because that would be check. That's the one positive about this position. There's about 800 negatives. In fact, I can't believe I'm still playing. Maybe he'll run out of time. My knight can't move in either of these squares because that would be check. Maybe I'll run out of time. This is so bad. Help, help. So I moved there, which loses my rook for nothing. That doesn't seem like a good strategy. By the way, if you think there's blunderous queens here, there are. I'm going to resign. This is falling apart. GG, I have to say. So Kb3, let's not name the episode after a move one blunder next time. That would be really fantastic. Kb3 really loses to knight takes c2. We'll look at that in one move here. So I can't take very well because I'm pinned, and this way obviously was bad, just the way it was. So we're not going to try Kb3 on the first move. Let's go find a new opponent. What was I saying? Well, I was looking at the popularity of these variants, and we're seeing that chess by far is the most popular. But the least popular variants by far are Horde Chess and Racing Kings. And you know, 3 checks was pretty close with 1,000 players in the past week. So that's interesting. By the way, you can get to these stats by going to your own profile and then clicking on your favorite thing on the left here. Even bullet will do it. And then you can click this part here and see those interesting stats. Let's see how my bullet rating stats are doing, because we're just waiting for an opponent over on the screen. Might as well just take a look here. So my highest rating ever, 2265. That was before they adjusted the rating so to make that super hard. C was reached in 2012. Back then the rating system was slightly different. I haven't been 2265 in modern times. Oh, I have the white pieces. Now I can play the equivalent of Kb3. So usually when I play Racing Kings, like I was saying earlier, I try to ensnare his king while capturing a lot of his things. But this episode, I'm going to try to win instead by just rushing the king and then getting advantage for that. It's experimental. I just got this joke. I've been staring at it for like half an hour. Oh no, is this the same problem for me? It's experimental strategy, but it's already going better. Should I lose my queen? I think this is strong because he cannot block me. That would discover this, which means he doesn't have any straight movers here. He can't move his rook up. He can't move this rook up. It's obviously blocked and he can't cheat. He can't move his queen up because it's blocked by the king. So this actually might kind of cause him some trouble here. So I'm going to just give up my queen and see if I can arrive at the finish line. So I've been looking at this thing in the chat. It says, what happened to year 80? See this right here? I've been staring at this for the last 5 minutes, being like, is he cussing? It says like Jesus' 79 birthday. Is he like super old? And he's like, oh no, today's my 79th birthday. No, I finally got this sentence. It says, what happened in the year 80 AD, like the 80th year of time? And the answer is Jesus turned 79 because he was born in AD 1. I'm not 100% sure. There's 2 reasons that's not true. The first is I don't think Jesus was born in AD 1 exactly, because I think the Roman calendar that came about with the AD and the BC was like 250 years later. They went back. Ooh, yeah, this is brilliant. See, I'm keeping my king on this diagonal, so the rook can't move, so I just win. That was fantastic. But I didn't like the king first strategy. I almost lost all my pieces. I don't know if they were 100% accurate. He might have been born in like AD 3 or like BC 1, because I'm just not 100% sure. But who is 100% sure about Jesus' birth? It's really the people who just feel 100% sure, because 99.9 is really as close as you can get. The second thing is Jesus definitely did not live to age 79, and that's the funny thing about this statement is that he had his 79th birthday, because I'm just imagining him at his 79th birthday. It's like, hey guys, yeah, I'm going to be crucified next week. Are you ready for the Last Supper? No, he was not 79 years old at that time. So, because he was killed before age 79, that didn't quite happen. Although I suppose you could have your birthday after you're dead, right? That makes sense. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if your birthday parties were better after you were dead? That's happened to certain people. Like Pablo Picasso, for example. His birthday parties, because he was a nobody at the time, were probably relatively small. But now that he's made this famous art, and by the way, you know how to make art famous? Is die. First you make the art, and it's like, oh, this is boring old art. Anybody can make this. And then you die, and it's like, nobody can make this. The only guy who could make this is dead. So that makes your art super amazing. So now he has these great birthdays. It's like Picasso's 200th birthday. Oh, let me look this up. How old is Picasso? Because I don't want to make myself look dumb. He's only 91, so That's not right. He died at 91. He was born in 1881, so he hasn't had 200 birthdays yet. So I've just made myself look foolish, but that's pretty typical for ChessWhiz TV, and we'll just have to go with that. Foolish ChessWhiz makes sense. Can I race him here? So I've tried to play a little bit more calmly, and now he's winning the race already. Should I play king up? The problem is I'm like in second place, and if you're racing with two people, second place isn't that good. First is better. I'll take that, I guess. I'm not very happy with these moves because I'm supposed to be racing, but look, I got a free thing. He can't take back because it would be check. This is the game I know and love. His king is way ahead. My king hasn't even moved, but I'm ahead, in this case, by a knight. Although he could take that for free, so this could be interesting. By that I mean it's not interesting at all. It's weird that he didn't just take my knight, huh? What if I attack his queen? Oh, your queen, man. Yeah, I think Picasso had much better birthday parties after he was dead. That's probably going to be true of me, too. My last birthday party, I had both my friends over. It's kind of lame. Hey, look, my knight could take that. Definitely a chin stroker. This is definitely a chin stroker. I'm actually just showing off my watch. It's like, hey guys, look, I have a smartwatch. While I pretend to chin stroke. For you guys who care about smartwatches, I'm going to trade my queen for that rook. Because I'm smart. Because it leads to a winning position, being ahead of rook. That's why. Then you're like, wow, what a great watch. But for you, those of you who find that to be meaningless, then you just think I'm choking my chin. So it's very, very subtle. Now that I pointed it out, it's a little bit less subtle. But Ans Jovis actually wants to talk more about Jesus. He says, that's what I meant. He returned to the earth right after 40 days or something, wasn't it? Man, you are a little bit Jesus illiterate, I would say, to say that he returned to earth after 40 days. No, it was 3. That's why we have Easter the way it is. We just had Easter, so you should know this. Oh, I can't check him. How do I advance my king? Oh, by moving my king forward. That makes sense now. Sorry, I was confused before. This is very difficult for you, being down a rook. There's a holiday called Good Friday, which is 3 days, approximately 3 days before Easter Sunday. That's when we celebrate Jesus dying. We don't celebrate a lot of deaths, by the way. I mean, most famous people, we don't celebrate their death date so much, but Jesus' death was special because well, it was really exciting. There are reasons, okay? So then 3 days later, it's not like 40 days later is Easter. It's actually 2 days because it's like they count the sundowns differently. And even that confuses me because there are things that confuse ChessWhiz. And one of them is that Good Friday is 2 days before Easter Sunday because Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's somewhat confusing to me. But at least I don't think it's 40 days. So I'm doing better than Ans Jovis. But that's all we have to talk about because it's obviously this chess position is very boring. So we can just talk about Jesus for a while. Seems good to me. Checkmate, Splash Wine! I'll play you again. This time we're not down a rook. Should be good. So I'm trying in this episode with the King B3 idea to go king first, to actually be very aggressive with my king. Oh, I have the white pieces. It's my turn. But what's actually happening, I need to save my bishop first, is that I'm playing the way I always do, which is take all his things and then win, which is boring. I'm trying to learn something new, like Picasso died at age 91. That's something new, but it's not really related to raising kings. So let's try this way. If you just tuned in, you're like, well, that's really random. Why did he just tell me about Picasso? Well, you could find out on YouTube if you're not already there. What if I play here? Okay, so he takes my queen, but then I take his queen. And then, you know, I'm really happy with my king right here because look at this. The bishop is not checking me. In racing kings, you can't check the opponent. So if the knight moves, that's illegal. So this kind of freezes up everything he has. So that's fun. So I think I'm going to play my rook into a den of deadliness here so that you can win my queen. 40 days was Noah in the Ark. Thank you, Tim. Yes, Noah was in the Ark 40 days. That's how you got confused. Of course, being in the Ark and being killed on a wooden cross are very similar because they're both, actually one's painful and one's boring. So actually they're pretty different. Look at that. Look at that. I am enjoying the power of not getting checked. This bishop, I'm going to draw it in this color right here, cannot check me because it's illegal to check me, and that makes that a free bishop. That's cool. That's cool, man. Too bad I lost this rook. Probably should have taken that first. Oh, but then he would capture this way, and then suddenly that would be guarded. You're smart. SMRT. The Feast of the Ascension. Oh, wow, you guys know more than I do. I actually don't know about the Feast of the Ascension. Oh, yeah. Isn't that like Pentecost? Is that the same thing? Man, I'm running out of time thinking about the Feast of the Ascension. I gotta click on this link in the chat. Why don't I take that? I can't? Why can't I take that? Oh, it would be discovered check. Help, I'm running out of time. I have 7 seconds now. That's good. Okay, the Feast of the Ascension is known as Ascension Day. Oh, that's cool. We should celebrate this. I don't even know about this. Oh, it's the day that Jesus ascended into heaven. You know what? I totally forgot about the ascension. I thought that after he was back to life, he's just like walking around, programming, doing some chess, whatever. I forgot that he ascended into heaven. That's an important event. That's a good point. I'm glad you pointed that out. Oh, I'm running out of time. I have to play faster. Okay, I'm going after a bishop. Let's take that bishop. Okay, take that rook. Very good. Oh, I can take this rook too now. Fantastic. This is suddenly a rapid and pleasant change to the position. I'm taking a lot of things for free. Like 4 things in 4 moves, which is about the maximum. So I'm glad to be at 100% capacity in thing capturing right now. Uh-oh. I can't take that. Oh, I can with my king. No, I can't. Oh, no. I will now run out of time. I'll play here. Ooh. Okay, so I'm only ahead by 2 bishops and a knight. This is less than usual. Oh, it's going to be very stressful being ahead by so little. What if I play like here? That looks strong. Lose my rook, then I take. Just take a rook for free. What is going to be the Chess Whiz Clash? I only heard the Clash of Titans. Clash of Titans is much different. Did I lose internet? Internet's okay, but light chess is down. It actually says reconnecting right there. Bad place, but my stream is doing great, so let's blame light chess. Yep, it's refreshing, nothing's happening. I hope I don't lose on time though, because I definitely don't deserve to lose this game. While we're waiting for that to load, let's visit chesswiz.tv and talk about the tournament this weekend. Reload this page. Yeah, n.lightchess.org. I'm an N player, so I don't know what to do here. Reload again, I guess. So what's happening is the website is revamped with a new button that says tournament. So you should definitely browse to what it says right there, chesswiz.tv. You have to put the H in Wiz, otherwise you won't end up here. I didn't buy the other domain name because I'm not super rich, right? You click tournaments. Then you can see this anti-chess clash coming up. It's happening in 2 days from the time of this broadcast, Saturday, and it's 1:30 p.m. my time zone. This is actually your local time zone, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to do a bunch of math. So click on that, learn about the prizes. They're being given out to everyone, by the way. There's like prizes for people watching. That's how cool it is. So definitely check out that tournament. And you can now join it with this button, join, except you can't because light chess is down right now. So we're just going to have to, I don't know, solve a Rubik's Cube or something. Chess Whiz TV is not so much without chess. It's just like TV. How you doing, guys? I realize that if you're on YouTube, you're thinking, why doesn't he cut this part out? But this is Twitch right now. I am always on Twitch, which is a live stream. To you, you're on YouTube. You're like, oh, I can rewind this. I cannot rewind. It's only forward. It's 1x speed. That's my life, guys. So this is reality right now. This is all I have. And we're still stuck. Cannot be reached. Let's refresh this again. The whole website is down. So let's see what we can do. Hi. You guys ever think about how much coffee costs? Any of you guys coffee drinkers? Do you drink coffee? What does coffee cost? Okay, so let's say $3 a cup, maybe $3.50 if you're buying it from that horrible store called Starbucks. So let's say $3.50. Is that expensive or cheap? Maybe $3. Let's round it down, right? $3 for coffee. I was thinking the other day, I wonder if coffee is expensive. It turns out it's super expensive. And if you're having financial trouble and you're drinking coffee, I would propose to you that let's not get married. But let's also propose that those are correlated, that you don't have very much money because you traded it for very much coffee. $3 is tons of money. And here you're using this weird shape, which is euros. €2. Okay. Someone else says they can get to the website. Well, I guess my IP was just banned because I'm a cheater. That could be it. Okay, so $3. But let's say you buy it on in the morning on your way to work, Monday to Friday. So you've got to do that 5 5 times a week, right? So times 5, Monday to Friday. I was just thinking about this today, just before the broadcast. This is why I'm putting this out. It's a good thing that website's down so we can talk about this. So that's $15 if I do the math right, which is, 10 euro. Some of you guys are euro-y people, so you're gonna have to convert this at the end. And some of you have yen, and I don't hold that against you. So that's 1 work week, but there's 52 work weeks in a year. Let me get my calculator here and find out how many. I've always been told, calculator, that there's 52 weeks in a year. But if you multiply 52 by those 7 days, you get 364. And there's not 364 days in a year. Somebody did the math wrong. It's 365. But anyway, 52 weeks in a year. And we're going to do that every week because really that's just life. You're addicted to coffee, you drink it every week. And now, how many years are you going to drink coffee for? Well, considering the intensely addictive nature of coffee, I would say for the rest of your life. But let's just shorten that down to like your working life, which is until you retire. Now, in my country, people retire around 65, 68, at which point they say, wait a minute, I don't have any money. I can't retire. Oh, hold on. The government will pay me money every year. Oh no, it's a tiny amount of money. I have to complain. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So that's going to be till 60, let's say till 65, because that's like traditional, although people are living longer, so maybe a little bit later now. But how old are you now? That's a difficult question because there's multiple of you. But we're just going to say that half of you guys are 10 years old because basically half of the fan mail I get is from 10-year-olds. And the other half of you is 30 years old. So divide that by 2, we have an average age of 20. That's actually probably true. The average age of the viewer right now is about 20 years old. And that is calculated by taking half 10-year-olds and half 30-year-olds. Yes, this is a weird show. By the way, 97% male, 3% liars is how it comes out on the YouTube analytics. It's like, well, let's see. It looks like you have 3 people saying they're female, 3%. That's very strange. That's a very honest crowd saying 97% are admitting to be male. So that's 20. That's age 20. But now we have to go until age 65 because coffee takes a long time. That's 45 years of coffee, so times 45. So now we have $3 a cup times 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year for 45 years. How much is this going to cost, guys? Oh, light test is back. I hope I won. So that's 3 times 5. Times 52 times 45. That's $35,000. 35,000. And in euro, let's divide that by 1.8, 1.0, 1.1. That's how many dollars are in a euro. Oh no, it's 31. This is wrong, of course, because I use 3 euros, which isn't the right price. But it's also 5 digits starting with 3 thousands of whatever currency you have. That's a lot of money. Did I win this? Black is victorious. I'm not black. Man, this is the one time in my life where I'm like, what? I'm not black? This is so disadvantageous. Right now, I wish I were black because black won this game, and that's very disappointing. I deserve to win that. Okay, so coffee is costing you $30,000 or 30,000 euro. Maybe 29,000 euro. Now you see the correlation, because if you look in your bank account, you're like, wait a minute, there's only like 100 euro in here. So how am I buying all this coffee? There's another problem, which is that's just today's money. Money will become less useful. That's called inflation. And it happens to everyone thanks to our friends in the central banks. And so it's actually more money than that because in the future, coffee will cost more. And we're looking way into the future to your retirement age. I don't think actually that there's anyone who's currently retired besides me because I'm just kicking back, broadcasting the chess is great. Or I don't think there's anyone else retired who is watching right now because if you're retired, you're probably 70 years old. And if you're 70 years old, you cannot comprehend the words as fast as I speak them. So you probably just turned off that annoying chess whiz a long time ago. That's why I think you're not watching right now if you're 70 years old. I could be wrong, but it's probably true. No 70-year-olds are watching. I just give them a headache. I don't hold that against you, of course. It's probably my fault. I'm the one giving a headache anyway. We're looking for a game here. This broadcast is mostly talk, not much chess. Welcome to Chess Whiz TV, where we talk about coffee. Yeah, it's a thing. So now I've started up a conversation in the chat. People are like, yep, I'm 12. Yep, I'm 30. We're averaging the ages here. Subtract holidays. Oh yeah, you don't drink coffee on holidays, man. You drink super holiday coffee on holidays. You don't get to subtract those holidays. I already subtracted weekends for you. And the fact is, that's because maybe you're at home and you're like brewing up your own thing in your coffee brewer. That has coffee money too. That's not free. So I'm not subtracting holidays for you. Yes, you can save money by brewing at home, and some people do that. I'm male and I'm a liar. Oh wow. I guess that's where the females come from. Yes, indeed. We should implement some analysis on your online banking. True, we should do that. I just take that night. He just cut me down. I'm 30 and I don't drink coffee at all. Well, congratulations. I don't drink coffee either, which is how I can say this so boldly. But if I were addicted to coffee, I'd be embarrassed to say all this stuff, right? And notice how I said addicted to coffee instead of drink coffee. You know why? Because it's the same thing. If you drink coffee, you're addicted. Why are you not black? Why do you not like black? Are you Trump? Oh, that's a funny question. Look at my hair. Obviously, I'm not Trump. Stupid question. This is weird. I guess I'll play this. More questions. I drink instant coffee. That's $3 a jar. Yeah, some of you guys are able to feed your habit on less than what I've calculated. That's okay. It's not true for everyone. You want me to make a statement that's true for everyone? Is that what you want? You want to turn on your TV and be like, whatever he says, it needs to be true for me, so I hope it's true. And then you're just waiting. You're like, okay, that's not true. That's not true. Well, that's true, but it's not for everyone. It's just for me. I don't think I've ever said anything true for everyone. 2 + 2 is 5 on Mars. You're not going to have a lot of luck with that. Yeah, there's black viewers go right out the window. Yeah, now we're talking about race. I think that's a little inappropriate, so stop doing that. I think I should take this. But he will get this knight for free. But what if I take this? Then his rook will get away. So let's take this first. There's a lot of things I can take if he... Yeah, okay, so now I'll take the knight. Attacking the queen. This is good. Okay, so now the queen moves. Now I move here. Now he can't take me because it's check. In Racing Kings, you cannot check the opponent. The goal, by the way, for the new viewers is to get drunk while moving sideways and get to the end. Actually, getting drunk is not a goal in this game, although it is a goal in the game of life. It's not a goal in chess. 52 weeks working, that's too much. You're right. Are you Hillary? I assume that's short for hilarious. Yes, I am Hillary. I'm hilarious. It's my own joke there. Okay, so how much am I ahead? Just one piece? Oh, just one piece? That's not very much. But I am attacking his bishop. The whole premise of this episode is really failing. Oh, I can't take that yet. The idea was that I would go king first. That's why it's called Kb3. But my old playstyle, which wins, by the way, is what I'm falling into instead of that boring old playstyle, which loses. I'm running out of time. Help, help. Move my knight where he can take it for free. Seems like a strong strategy. Because if he does that, I'll move up. Go here. Now he needs to cover this diagonal with his bishop. Ah! Oh, look at that. All of the squares that well cover it are attacked pretty heavily by my units. So that's going to be rough for him. Save the knight. Okay, so I'm ahead 2 knights to a bishop. Oh, he can just take that for free. Good thing I moved it. Now I'm gonna take a queen for free. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Free queens. That's why we turn on the TV and watch Chess Whiz. Taking the free queens. Let's play again. So I'm trying to lead with the king. I'm trying to be like king first, but instead I'm just not doing that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. King up. I'm starting with king. Focusing. Okay, so now I take something for free. What do I take? Probably this one. 4 king, a queen, and rook. Yeah, seems legit. Take the rook. Oh, I can't. Now the bishop comes out. Right here. Owned. Owned. Look at that. Double defended by a knight. Checkers is solved. Well, that's an interesting statement. Racing Kings is the worst variant. I don't disagree. Racing Kings would be solved, I think, if anyone cared. But nobody cares about Racing Kings. My knight is sad now. This was a stupid move. This awesome move was stupid, actually. Why do I always go to 0 time right at the start? It's kind of weird. I'm confused by you, Chess Whiz. Why do you do that? Man, this is like the worst move on the board. But if I didn't play a move, I would run out of time. There's a famous quote by a famous person who said, the best thing you can do is to make the right decision. But the second best thing you can do is to make the wrong decision. And by the way, the worst thing you can do is make no decision at all. So I just went ahead with the wrong decision, knight a1, because that was the second best thing I could do. So don't hold that against me. Now what are we looking at? Seems to be a bishop fork. That's cool. Take that knight. I don't want to look at it anymore. Just take it off the board. Just please. It's hurting me. Knights should not go in corners. They never get there. They should never move there. How many chess games have you seen with knights in corners? That's right. 1. And it's this one. So don't do it. Okay. Now this is better. This is better. Now I'm ahead by a rook. This is more like I'm comfortable this way. This is about my average amount to be ahead, so this is pretty nice. I'll go here, and then I can play this, which will really annoy him, because he can't move these things. He can't move that. He can't check this game. Let's put that in the chat. Ronaldo is like, what's going on? He just says a bad word. Ronaldo, who are you? He resigns. Well, this is just another stupid Racing Kings game. I mean, knight a1, knight a1, please. Anything but knight a1. I'm getting some challenges here. Hold on. Ooh, a challenge from Chess Whiz? That's definitely startling. How did he do that? How did he do that? Very suspicious. Very suspicious username. Can I select this text? It's unselectable. I want to select it. Blah! No, I'm selecting. Oh, I can't select that part. Okay. F12. Selector. Man, I got you. And there it is. ChessWhiz NBSP. I can't believe it. ChessWhiz NBSP. Is that really his name? No, there's a 1 in there, isn't there? Do you see that? Look at that right there. Copy that, put that in my notepad, my favorite text editor. Take a close look. Whoa, that's too big. Yeah, it's an L. It's an L. What an imposter. What an imposter. This guy deserves to die. And he will eventually, so that's good. Svatser. You might be wondering how I typed that, right? Because, actually, you're not wondering. Well, that's too bad. Should I play the same things that my opponent did? It's just dumb. This was not a good opening move. But I remember my opponent playing this. I'm my opponent! Yeah, and then this is much better, so this is not good to be better. Better is bad. Now I'm blocked out of this. My opponent is so strong. For having my name, he's pretty good. Can't go there. Go here. I'll go here. My queen is missing. That's disappointing. A rated game against someone who has no rating. And I'm fighting against ChessWhiz. Lowercase l. That burns me up. It's a good thing I never get angry. I get excited. That's true. Actually, in order to get excited, you have to start out not excited. So I don't know if I actually get excited. Because you have to go, it's like a transition thing. Ooh, let's pin that. Start out not excited and then change your excitement level. And I'm kind of like 100% max all the time, so maybe I don't get excited. Okay, I'm going to move here, actually, because I value my bishop. Don't want to lose it to that. So I'm down by 1 queen. Seems significant. But I do have his queen pinned. Mate Amargo says King B3 is pretty strong. You weren't here earlier, Mate Amargo. I was losing every game like that. These are all different accounts. ChessWhiz, ChessWhiz, and ChessWhiz. What are we going to do about this? TiVo's probably going to ban that guy because he's my friend, but he's not that imposter's friend. So that's pretty much the difference between us. He's going to be like, you know what? I have the power to remove this imposter. Did he just create this account too? This account is closed, man. He got closed so fast. We got a mod watching the stream, and the mod is like, I am going to secretly eliminate this human from the universe. And we're still playing. So I wonder if I'm going to lose rating points from losing being down a queen. Should be interesting. Should be. I hope I don't, to be honest. Let's pin that now. So he's suffering from some obnoxious pins, but he's the head of queen, so it's a trade-off. I think I'd rather be him, although he did just get deleted. So maybe I'd rather not be him. You're going to run out of time, ChessWhiz. You're clearly not Rondep. Rondep would never run out of time. That was interesting. GG. And I'm going to say well played because I'm a liar. So I'll just say well played. And then I'll type GG to show that I'm a polite liar. Wow, okay, so the other challenge is from Meta Margot. This is going to be much better. He says that king g3 is strong, so I'm going to try it, but the counter move is this. It's so obnoxious fighting against that move. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be exciting. We're going to race. The show is going much too long. It's supposed to be a 30-minute show. Last game. We had to... Sorry, that was a typo. We had to lengthen the show because the whole website went down for a moment. For that, I mean, by that I mean 10 minutes. Is there anything else to say? Yeah, remember those calculations about smoking? They're also bad if you drink coffee. Remember those calculations about drinking coffee? They're also bad if you smoke. Cigarettes have a similar cost. So, and they're also addictive. Oh no! The goodbye message is arriving. Do you hear it? Can you hear that? I bet you hear that. Let me turn off the mic. My torture room is a little loud right now. Yep, losing my queen. That's part of the plan. I have to mute the thing because it's against the law to kill babies. Okay, my king is arriving. You can still hear the dying sounds in the other room. Shazam! That was a powerful move. Thank you, Gomer Pyle. Okay, he resigns. Queen A8. Whew. This has been Chessmas TV. Thanks for watching!